Chapter 15. Going for the doctor. It was night. Not many days had passed after James had left for the Clifford Hall. I had had my supper and I lay in straw in deep slumber when I was woke up by the loud ringing of the stable bell. John rushed into the stable and called out to me, "Wake up, my boy, you must gallop as never before." Before I could blink, he had placed the saddle and bridle on my back and head respectively, and we dashed to the hall door where my master stood with a lamp in his hand. "Write to Dr. White, John, for your mistress' life is in danger," said he. "Give him this note and he shall understand the situation and come immediately. You can give Beauty a little rest at the inn and get back as soon as possible," he added. I rode at the speed of lightning through the village and down the hill. We passed the tollgate and I galloped the fastest for nearly 2 miles through the lengthy patch of plain road along the riverside till we came to the bridge. John spoke encouragingly, patting my neck. It was a pleasant night and the air was frosty and the moon was shone brightly. My spirits were high as I galloped through a village, a wood, going uphill and downhill until we had reached this town. I had galloped 8 miles and I heard the clock at the church strike 3 as we reached the Dr. White's house. According to the plan of my master, I was to rest at the inn while the doctor rode to Britwick Park on his own horse. However, as Dr. White's horse was too worked up to make the journey, I had to take him, Dr. White, back to the Britwick Park while John had to walk home. Dr. White was heavier than John, and by the time we reached Britwick Park, I was completely exhausted. My master had been waiting for us at the door. No sooner had we reached than he had the doctor rushed into the house. I was led to the stable by Joe. I was sweating profusely and water ran down my trembling legs. I stood gasping for air like a steaming hot pot on a fire. Poor Joe. He wanted to help me feel comfortable and he did his best to do so. But he was too young and lacked knowledge. Unfortunately, his father, who knew better, was away in another village. So Joe did what he felt was right. He rubbed my legs and chest, and that felt good. But as I was hot and sweating, he gave me a pail of cold water, which I drank away. He fed me corn and hay, which was the right thing to do, but he did not put my warm clothes on. He obviously felt that since I was so hot and sweaty, I would not like a warm cloth. He thought he had done the correct thing, and he went away. Shortly after he had left, I began to shiver and shake. I turned as cold as ice and my legs, loin and chest ached. I was sore. Oh, I could have done anything to have my warm clothes around me. I yearned for John, but he was 8 miles away. So I lay down in my straw and tried to sleep. After a long agonizing wait, I heard John at the stable door. I had to gather strength to let out a feeble moan, which brought John at my side with a flash of a second. Although I could not speak, I was sure John knew exactly how I felt. At the speed of lightning, he wrapped me with a couple of warm clothes and brought me some warm gruel, which I drank gratefully. As I was falling asleep, I heard John repeat the words, "Silly boy! To have left the horse without covering him with a warm cloth," and I am sure he gave him a cold water to drink too. I was very sick, my lungs were swollen and infected, and my breathing became cumbersome. John took care of me night and day. My master visited me more than often too. One day he said, "My dear Beauty, you saved my mistress' life." I gathered that had Dr. White reached a bit longer that day, my mistress might have died. Then John told master that he had never seen a horse gallop so fast in his life. It seemed as if I knew why we were in such a hurry. Well, of course I knew.